What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So let's react to 20 worst WWE fails. So yeah, let's just hop straight into this video.
Let's start off with one of the most notorious entrance fails in WWE, Melina's entrance botch. We all know and love Melina's entrance, but at the 2007 Survivor Series, she ended up missing the ring apron during her famous split part, which resulted in a botch that must have been quite painful. Despite this, she took it like a champ and delivered the split on a second try.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Being a champion must be a good feeling.
Ooh,
and the ones who do possess the title must be really protective of it. Now, cut to Sasha Banks dropping her women's championship title on Smackdown. This moment was quite funny as Banks looked very shocked, while Bayley made fun of her, of course. We could also hear the champion saying, "We're cutting that out." Who's gonna tell her that this is a live show?
Right.
We're gonna talk about who's the Smackdown Women's Champion now, because that's impressive.
Speaking of things going wrong on live TV,
Hell
on an
no.
episode of Raw in 2006, right at the start of the event, the power suddenly went out. Despite the confusion, they still kept broadcasting live. A lot of problems arose, including the announcer's microphone not working. The opening match, which was Candice Michelle versus Lita, took place completely in the dark, because at the end of the day, the show
must go on. That's crazy.
During the 2017
The announcers are
Survivor
so
Series
funny.
kickoff, Khali was set to compete in a match. Unfortunately, during his entrance, where he was supposed to fly over the ring, he couldn't gain enough momentum and got awkwardly stuck on the ropes. During a tag team match featuring Little Miss Bliss on SmackDown in 2020, when she exited the ring, she landed in between the ring itself and the apron, which resulted in the apron awkwardly going up on her. She even mumbled, "right up there," which gave us Nia's "my whole" energy, but less intense.
As a weapon, fit recovering from surgery, hope he's doing well, is Alexa Bliss.
If you think that Melina's split fail was the only time her entrance was botched, you're wrong. Except this time, it wasn't her fault. During One Night Stand 2008, while she was making her fabulous entrance, one of her paparazzis ended up falling right on his bottom. Melina, of course, made sure he was okay before going about the rest of her entrance.
Just a couple of months ago,
Just kidding.
at WrestleMania 24, we're actually tag team partners.
At the 2003 SummerSlam, while Goldberg was making his grand entrance to the ring, with amazing pyros and all, we guessed that he got way too excited while punching the air and actually fell, which kind of broke his tough guy character at that moment, as we couldn't help but laugh. Speaking of breaking a tough guy character, on an episode of Raw in 2014, during Nikki and Brie Bella's feud, while Nikki was making her entrance, her shoe suddenly came off. But it's okay. She redeemed her bad guy character by slapping the face off her sister later in the segment.
Oh, God.
I will never forgive you!
We've learned this year
Oh,
that
my
Liv Morgan is
goodness.
every cameraman's nightmare, and for a hilarious reason. First, on an episode of SmackDown this year, while the juvenile delinquent was making her entrance to the ring, she threw her jacket right into the camera lens. Hey,
Girl.
maybe she was going for Olivia Rodrigo's VMA performance vibes. Either way, that wasn't her only encounter with a cameraman. The very next week, during her match with Carmella, a cameraman hilariously tripped over Liv and fell right on the ground. We should honestly get Liv Morgan versus cameraman at WrestleMania, because this feud has gone on for too long.
I mean, so much so, we got people falling around.
One of the funniest bloopers took place at this year's WrestleMania. During the women's tag match, while Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose were making their entrance to the ring, the latter unfortunately slipped due to the slippery floor and fell to the ground. She was even mocked for the accident by none other than Randy Orton at the same event. It's always embarrassing when you fall while trying to act all tough and confident. But hey, she got up, and that's all that matters.
I could laugh at myself. I mean, you did see how quickly I got up, right? Like, maybe nobody saw it?
Speaking of WrestleMania fails, during WrestleMania 29, Triple H's entrance for his match against Brock Lesnar included him walking through a smoke caused by dry ice. Well, after he did just that, the dry ice actually stuck onto his body and gave him second-degree burns. Despite this, the cerebral assassin didn't even panic. Rather, he actually wrestled Lesnar for 25 minutes.
I looked down and I had dry ice all stuck to my stomach. I ended up getting like really bad, like second-degree burns.
During an over-the-top battle royale on Raw, the last two remaining men were Edge and the Great Khali. At the end of the match, Khali exited the ring by stepping over the top rope, accidentally eliminating himself without even realizing. Despite this, the referee acted like nothing happened, while the commentator Michael Cole pointed out the obvious mistake.
Khali just eliminated himself. He walked over the top rope and went down to the floor. The official never called it.
We're starting off with the Divas Battle Royal match that took place on an episode of Raw in 2012, which would determine the #1 contender for Layla's Divas Championship. Originally, Eve Torres should have eliminated Kaitlyn in order to win the match. But during a certain moment, Eve failed to hold on to the ropes and got herself eliminated. You can even see the shock on Layla's face. She could not believe what has just happened.
I legit thought when I walked back through the curtain that I was going to be fired.
Despite this, WWE still gave the title to Eve by creating a storyline where she sabotaged Kaitlyn's title shot.
What happened?
I don't know.
I was just warming up and someone hit me from behind.
The Botch ultimately helped Kaitlyn to win her first championship in 2013.
Cinderella's dancing right now.
Hey, of course we're going to include the infamous 2005 Royal Rumble botch. The winner of the Royal Rumble was planned to be Batista, who was supposed to eliminate John Cena. But during the last moment, both men got eliminated at the exact same time. This made Vince McMahon furious, and he called for a rematch where Batista won.
I think I remember this.
And I just see that pompadour come power walking out. They hit simultaneously.
I think I remember that.
Not map that out any better.
This next entry happened during a WWE Championship tables match between John Cena and Sheamus at the 2009 TLC. At the very end of the match, both Cena and Sheamus should have went through their tables simultaneously. But what happened was John Cena went through his table, Sheamus didn't, and landed right next to it, which resulted in him being the new WWE champion. The accident completely shocked the audience, as the Celtic Warrior was a
pale.
We have a new champion!
During a fatal four-way match between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Emma, and Dana Brooke, Emma pinned Becky, which she failed to kick out from. The ending to this match was very awkward. Both Emma and the crowd were extremely confused as a brief silence took over. The backstage crew didn't even have her music ready. This event was very much televised, and you can even see the referee telling Emma, "Be happy, you won."
Win. That was a 3 count. The new Emma is paying off big time.
At the 2013 main event, Fandango, with Summer Rae in his corner, faced Kofi Kingston. During the match, Summer interfered by grabbing Kingston's foot, resulting in Fandango losing via disqualification. While we don't know who was meant to win originally, it's quite apparent that this was not how the match was supposed to end.
Oh my goodness.
Kofi Kingston! Whoa! And the official saw it. Kofi Kingston! Great call by the...
Getting back to entrance bloopers, probably one of the most hilarious fails was when Matt Hardy fell on the floor all the way from the ring while making his entrance with Justin Gabriel. It's always embarrassing when you're trying to look tough and suddenly this happens.
The one and only always gets a huge reaction.
The most embarrassing wardrobe malfunction in WWE is probably that of Rosa Mendes. See, even legendary wrestlers like Rosa have accidents. During a tag match, while Mendes was getting in the ring, Layla accidentally pulled down her pants, exposing all of the backside. But to be fair, this one was not Rosa's fault.
See, this is a good... Oh, look at Layla!
Who said accidents in WWE
Wow.
only happen to superstars? On an episode of Smackdown in 2018, while we were shown the outside of the arena, a cameraman accidentally got in the shot and fell to the ground, which caused commentators to burst out laughing.
Oh, you gotta be careful out here. You can't be just walking in the snow thinking that it's safe. He was in Green Bay. Yeah, you need to be careful, bro. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this reaction. If you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on my next reaction video. Bye.